What's up, explorers? I'm out here on the Dan River and it is quite a cold day today. My fingers are starting to freeze, my face is feeling cold, but you know what? I just got the diesel heater installed in the van and I'm so stoked. The other diesel heater that one of my followers sent out to me was throwing error code EO6, and I just couldn't get it to work after days and days of working on it. So I ordered a new one for Black Friday, a Vevor 8 kilowatt diesel heater is orange. So we're gonna see how this goes, and I'll let you know in the long run how this diesel heater does. The last time that I was out here, the water had receded and you could walk way out there, but it looks like it has recovered a little bit, and that's really good news. But the water level is still lower than usual because we've been in a drought for a bit. We had 2 inches of rainfall not too long ago, but we still need more. I'm so stoked about this diesel heater. I've been wanting one and now I've got one. I've installed it. I can say that I probably installed it very amateurish, but it's working. There's no fumes or anything, and if it works, that's all that matters. I also did not film the installation. I will show you though how I installed it, and I will be showing you, where I ran everything and how it's set up. So no worries on that front. And this is the van life video that you all have been waiting for. I know I've been slacking on the van life front, but exploring is it's so many places to explore and I can't sit still. It's really just so peaceful out here. Nobody's around and I have the park all to myself. I love that. It's so beautiful. It's been a bit since I've been out because, as you can see, I have on this cast, and that's because it's about 3 days after my skateboarding accident. My knees are feeling better, my skin's no longer burning constantly, and my hands, this hand still has bruises, and this hand is pretty much healing up fine. That was such a scary experience, and I'm glad I had this camera backpack on because when I fell, I went like that, and it saved me from hitting my head. I didn't have a helmet, and I wasn't prepared for the hill. I was just gonna slowly ride down the Riverwalk to see what else there was to see, and lo and behold, I went too fast down a hill and crashed. So for the exhaust to my diesel heater, this is where I ran out the exhaust in the wheel well. It has a little muffler. So it's 2 pieces of pipe. One pipe's running from the diesel heater into the muffler, and then another one's running out the edge. And it's a braided line, so it helps it stay a little more quiet. And under here, you can see the fill filter. It's right there at an angle, and that's just the wiring harness that goes into that. And that's where I mounted the air hose that sucks in the air, and that's the fuel line. And seriously, if you just look at this van, I don't think you would even know like it was a camper van if you didn't know. I didn't mean for it to be so like stealth, but I think it's pretty stealth at least. The diesel heater came with this remote that I can just stand here, turn it on, turn up the heat, turn it down, and turn it off. But I don't know how many times I'm going to be using that. We'll figure it out. We'll see. Oh, my wrist is still kind of sore. Now right here, you can see I mounted the diesel tank right outside of the sliding door, so I can just put the diesel nozzle in, fill it up, and I ran the line under here, under the bed, and through a hole I put in the floor. Let me take these boots off. I don't like to walk on my floor with the outside shoes. puts a lot of dirty bacteria in this small space. Alright. Oh. Alright. Now the way that I'm running the diesel heater is I'm running it on the Jackery and EcoFlow River power banks. I have these two. I think this one will run it 8 hours, maybe 12. And this one will do the same, probably around 12. I've yet to test it, but I'll get back to you and let you know. This is the little control panel for the diesel heater. But first, before I show you like turning it on and everything, this is the converter that I use. This is an Astro AI 15 amp 180 watt converter, AC to DC or DC to AC. You just use the cigarette lighter plug running from the diesel heater. This is also a 15 amp plug, and that runs to the diesel heater, which you can see under the bid, and that's the Viver diesel heater. And I ran the ducting through here, and that's where the hot air blows out. I'm gonna take off this jacket because it's gonna get quite toasty in here, and this jacket's really warm anyway. Perfect spot. It's a pocket. Just clip the mic on. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I power on my 8 kilowatt diesel heater. First things first, you turn the converter on. This is an all-in-one. This has a converter in it, and then this DC to AC converter is what makes it compatible for here. And then you have the thermostat or control unit right here, and then you just go ahead, you press that. It says start heating. I need to set the clock as well. Now I can feel the air's blowing out of here. It's cold. Well, not the coldest, it's kind of like lukewarmish. And then you hear the fan kick up on the Jackery. See, now it's at 100. Oops. Now it's at 120 watts. It's gonna go up. I've seen it go up to like 150, 160. And that's to power that glow plug on. It's at 135. And then the fuel pump, you'll hear, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but the fuel pump's gonna kick on. And that's basically when the diesel heater is gonna start putting out warm air. 140 watts. Yeah, it takes a lot of power. As you can see, like the thermostat is going up. It's on auto mode, so once you set it to a temperature, it'll automatically come on. Okay, so now you can hear that fuel pump. It's like a and now you can hear like the exhaust starting to kick up. Still not warm air though. It's pulling about 133 watts right now. Okay, it's kicking up. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Now the air is getting warm. The thermostat's saying 53.6. That's taken 3 minutes. Now that fuel pump's really bump, 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 bump. And this is at 156 watts. Just jumped down to 40. Wow. Now it's going 34. And there's warm, pretty much hot air now coming out. Yeah, it's hot now. And it's pulling right around 41 watts. When I turn it on low, it pulls probably around 15 watts, which is not a lot. Now it's pulling 18 watts, 16 watts. I'm seriously just so stoked to have a diesel heater right now. It's been a long time coming, and especially with the winters in VA, it can get down to 15 degrees. And I have a 0-degree sleeping bag that I will carry with me because those Chinese diesel heaters are notorious for not working properly. And this one I got on sale for $89.99. That's a good deal. So if this thing works for a while, you know, I will be happy. But for $89, I think originally $109, we'll see. The 0-degree sleeping bag, I'll always bring that with me just in case that fails. In Virginia, 0-degree is plenty. It'll never get down that cold unless it's some freak storm or whatever. The coldest is like 15 Fahrenheit, and that is pretty rare. Oh my gosh. This water is ice cold. Last night it got down to 20 degrees, maybe less. This water is so good and it's so cold. Now, after you turn this diesel heater off, as with every diesel heater, it'll still be going for a little bit because it has to cool off that radiator or heat sink that's inside of it. So it'll blow air over it just to cool it off so it doesn't melt the plastic. So it does have a cool down time. It's pulling 120 watts right now, and that shouldn't last but for like 3 minutes or so. I'm so thrilled and happy that I'm able to just like chill in my van when it's super cold and not have to worry about being restricted in a sleeping bag like before. It's such a great feeling. I'm so happy and pleased with the purchase that I made, and I would highly recommend everyone to get a diesel heater, or they make a gas version of these heaters. I'm not sure, if they're reliable or not, but I am certainly happy right now with it. And every week or so, I'm going to run it as full blast, as high as it'll go, just to blow out the carbon. That's one of the maintenance things that you have to do with these things to keep it from carbon building up. Just turn it on as high as you can. You can just go outside, open a door in here or whatever you want and blow that carbon out. That's how it cleans itself. But for all the new folks around here, this is my setup in my van. I have the battery powered water pump and 5-gallon jug under there. I hang all my gear and equipment here. It's my bed. And I got the stars and the reflectigs and insulated window covers. And then over here, I have extra storage down there. And I'm sitting on my little bench right now. I hope that you all have enjoyed this van life video. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for this for a while because, I've been neglecting the van life side of things. I'm sorry, but I've just been having so much fun exploring these weird and odd places. Like, you just don't understand it. It just feels so amazing to me to go and explore those places. But I did decide to make this van life video for y'all to keep y'all updated on everything that I've done with the van, and now I'm ready to do some winter camping in the national forest, in some state parks, different states, just the whole works. Get out there and adventure to these odd places and then camp in comfort. But as always, explorers, thank you for watching my video. Please feel free to ask me questions, comment, let me know what you think I should do next for the van. I know one thing I need to do, solar. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is where you are. Peace, and catch you in the next episode.